Ever wanted to predict the future? Well, today we are building an advanced Magic 8 ball simulator in Python. But this isn't any 8 ball. We are adding custom response, animation, and even a history tracker. Ready to unlock Python's mystical power? Let's go. Today we will learn how to use Python's random module for dynamic response to categorize answer into positive, neutral, and negative. Log previous answers so user can see their 8 ball history. We will also learn how to create Python's function and how to call it from your program. The Magic 8 ball is a fortune telling toy that gives random answers to yes and no questions. We'll take users' input, generate a random response, and display it in a fun interactive way. Let's start coding. Alright, let me complete the development of the program first, and later I'll explain each and every statement. Alright, I have completed the development of this program. Now, before we go through each and every statement, let me show you a couple of modification I did to our 8-ball magic program. So what I did is I added a couple of emojis, for example the fire emoji, the thumbs up emoji, so that our output looks a little bit better. I've added the 8-ball emoji, the spiral emoji, and the magic or thinking emoji. So I've added these emojis. I got these emojis from ChatGPT. You guys can also go to ChatGPT and just copy the emojis whichever you want and paste it in your code wherever you like. For example, I paste it here. That's it. So this would give you the output. This would be shown in the output. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Now let's go through each and every statement. The first statement, import random. What it does is it imports Python's inbuilt random module to help select random responses. Okay, and import time is to import time module, which allow us to pause execution for like what I did this part, right? So just to show you like pausing of the execution for animation or suspense purpose. So that is what it does. All right. Next, I created a dictionary, and the name of the dictionary I have given is response. So the response directory has, response dictionary has three categories. First one is positive, positive to collect all the positive responses, and the second one is neutral to collect all the neutral responses, and the third one is for the negative responses. Okay, each category contain multiple response option. Moving on to the next one. So I have created a function here which is get response. So to create a function we use def keyword and we give the name of the function with two simple brackets and a colon. Okay, so what is the purpose of this function? The purpose is to choose a random category from our response dictionary and to get a random response from that selected category and return the response. And the next function is shake underscore 8-ball. So I have added this function just to give a shaking animation kind of look. So this function makes the program a little bit more interactive and realistic. Obviously we can modify it in a better way. We can give a couple of more print statement. So this function has a print statement which says shaking the magic ball, and I used time.sleep to delay the response for suspense. Okay, and I'm again displaying a statement or a string which says thinking with two emojis, and I'm again delaying the response for 2 seconds. Okay, and I'm calling the get underscore response function to get the actual prediction from here. that part. All right, let me explain these two statements. Sleep for 1 second and sleep for 2 seconds. So this statement will wait for 1 second before printing this statement, thinking. And this statement, time.sleep for 2 seconds, will wait for 2 seconds before revealing the answer, revealing this answer. Moving on to the next statement is moving on to the next statement. Here I have created a list. I've given the name history to store user's input, so that later on when the user decided to check his or her history, we will get it from here. For now, this is an empty list. When the user for now this is an empty list. When the user uses the program or they run the program, they will give their input, they will ask questions. I will store those inputs and questions in this list, okay? And later on, when they decided to see the history, I will just pick it up from this list and display to the user. Now, this is the main function. By main function, I don't mean main function as from Java or any other programming language, just the main function for this particular program. So I've used the def keyword, and the function name is play_8ball. So this starts an infinite loop, because while true, while is a loop, so this will be true every time. So this will start an infinite loop so that the game keeps running. Okay, now the next statement, I'm asking for users input. I'm asking user to enter a question with a question mark and store that variable in store that value in the question variable. Now this statement has a function at the end, which is stripe. So this is the function of this function, or the use of this stripe function is to remove all the empty spaces, the leading spaces from the input string. Now here I'm handling the user's input. How do I handle it? So if the user enters the response as quit, I'm converting that response to lowercase and comparing with static value quit. Okay. So what it does is it checks if the user typed quit. I'm converting it to lowercase for case insensitive purpose. If so, if the user enter quit, it will print thank you for playing the game, or thank you for playing, see you in the future, and break. What break statement does is it will break the control, and it will exit the loop. Okay, the control of the program will come out of the loop. Next, in the next part, I'm checking whether the user has entered history. If the user has entered history, and if the history, the history list is not empty, okay, this is where I'm checking if the history list is not empty. If it is not empty, I'm just displaying all the responses available in the history list. So how I used enumerate. Okay, enumerate is again a function to number all the responses neatly, like 1, 2, 3, in a numerical pointer wise manner. In the else part, so if the history is not initial, this part will run. But if the history list don't have any value, I'm simply saying no history yet, ask something first. So this is the statement user will be seeing. Alright, next I'm checking whether the question user asks ends with a question mark. If the question user asked has a question mark, I'm simply calling this function, shake_8ball function. So shake_8ball function will, this statement will call this function, and from here this function will call getResponse. So finally I will get the response here, and I'm simply printing the response to the user, and I am appending those responses to our history list. Appending means adding or saving it to the history list. Okay, and the last statement is obviously if the question do not end with question mark, I'm simply saying enter a valid yes or no question ending with a question mark. When we run the game will run from here, print statement. So it will print, welcome to Advanced Magic 8 Ball Simulator. Ask a yes or no question and I shall predict the future. So these three statements will be visible when you first execute the program. And then the next statement is this. It will call the play 8 ball function. All right, let me run this program and see the output for the first time. I will click on execute. I hope you guys have understood the program a little bit. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Comment below or ask anything. Now this is slightly more advanced than my usual program which I did before. Now why this code is more advanced? Firstly, we used categories. Categories, positive, negative. Okay, for more realistic answer, we have included suspenseful animation by using sleep thought, time.sleep method or function. We are tracking users response in our history list, and we are also handling users input, right? So yeah, this is a little bit more advanced. And there you have it. We just built a fully interactive Magic 8 Ball simulator with categories, animation, and even a history tracker, right? Try adding your custom responses. What is the funniest response you added? Comment below. Ask any questions if you have regarding this program, or just comment below whatever you feel like. Now in the next video, I'll be building a Python AI chatbot, so don't miss it. And if you like this video, or if this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more Python project. Let's keep coding. Thank you for watching.